Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. You decide what you want to use, how you want to use it, and how you want to apply it. So if someone's saying you must do this or that, be like, oh no honey, I'm grown. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna rock it. That's what we stand for here. Self-acceptance, self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Yeah. And if I did, I still would have loved myself. So hello and welcome. And Camel, hello. Princess Fatima. And tagged me in a video, and I believe it was called the best products of 2024. And she talked about 13 items, and so it was sort of like mini reviews of the best products for 2024. And me being the critical thinker I am, I'm thinking it's still January. Today is January 19th. So I'm like, is this the best for 2024? Like it just started like a few weeks ago. But that's just how my mind works. And so forgive me if y'all thinking I'm out there. Remember, this is the crazy troll nation, okay? And I've been dubbed the troll guru, and I've even started using that tag over on Instagram. But anyway, so as far as makeup, you've seen my collection if you've been here. If you haven't, you can check those out. I do have a lot of playlists. Everything is labeled appropriately to make it easy for you to find what you want to find and to avoid what you don't want to look at. So I felt like, what can I talk about? Like y'all know, if you've been here, you know how I feel about my makeup and even about my brushes. But I may do an updated brush video. And so I thought, oh, I don't think I've talked about skincare this year. And even for my perfect advent calendar in December that I did, I made it a point not to talk about skincare because it is so subjective, the same as makeup. But my skin is sensitive, and I have quite a few skincare videos, and my skincare routine does not often change, because when I find something my skin likes, I keep using it. If my skin loves it, I'm definitely going to keep using it. And so I feel redundant when I think about doing skincare videos. But for this tag, the best products of whatever, I said I'm going to talk about skincare. And so this will be my first skincare video of 2024. And these are the best for my skin. We all have different skin. As I mentioned, I do have sensitive skin. All sensitive skin is not the same. Some things I can wear, I know people with sensitive skin, they can't wear. Stuff that they can wear, I use it, my skin has a bad reaction. And so everything is subjective. And so this is what works for me. And so we're gonna go through, I didn't even count how many products, and I brung my caboodle. This is what I keep under my bathroom sink, and when I want to use it, I pull it out from under the sink, and after I use it, it goes back under the sink, because it's just easier for me just to have everything in one place. I want to show you without stuff moving everywhere. So this is, and it's full. This is my inhaler too. I use twice a day. So, but this is all of my skincare, my dental, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, and this is all skincare. This is a liquid. I hate the name of it. It's called Skin Tight. It's for to help remove hair bumps. And so when I shave or other bits, if I feel like I'm getting a hair bump, I'll put this on it. It'll just go away really quick. But everything else in here is skincare and dental floss. I have eye patches in here. I haven't used eye patches in a while. And it really, and sometimes I think to, and maybe I just should, but my under eyes are just fickle. Like right now they're good. I have on foundation. I do not have on concealer. But so there's times when, you know, I'm content with my under eye area and with the level of discoloration that shows through. So what we're going to talk about are my tried and true. I am going to talk about prescription stuff. I don't have a copay. The VA hospital takes very good care of me. And so if I want something, even vitamin D, I get that from the VA. The doctor's like, oh, you can pick it up any drugstore. And I'm like, I don't have a copay. Can you prescribe it? And he's like, sure. I pay for no medications, no vitamins or anything. I was having leg cramps. I know I digress sometimes as well. I need to let you know sometimes too. I do curse on my channel sometimes because I curse sometimes, period. I was having really bad leg cramps, and so he said, you know, try magnesium. I'm like, can you prescribe it? So yeah, I have that. And I'm mentioning prescription skincare because if possible, go to a dermatologist and let them help figure out what's going on with your skin, because then they can prescribe something specifically for that. And so the dermatologist did prescribe tetranoin cream, which is prescription retin A. This is prescription strength. And I started with, I think, 0.25, and then I asked for 0.5, and then I asked for 0.1. But I'm going to use more of the 0.5 before I start using the 0.1%, because it's wintertime and my skin is dry, and I've had to lay off on using this because I was actually using this. I would do like 4 nights in a row, 1 night off, 4 nights on, 1 night off. My skin tolerates it very well. Pea-size amount, covers the whole face, and it can go, they told me, right up under your eye. And when I had ran out, well, not ran out, but the previous one had expired. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I started getting a milia. I had like 1 here and like 2 here. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to have to go get those removed again because it was a little painful. And when this came, when they sent this prescription and I used it, the milia went away. I'm just like, you know, so the strength that you use depends on what your skin can tolerate. And there are other skincare products I use that has retin A in it, but it's not prescription retin A. And so it may look like a lot, but my skin tolerates it very well, which is a good thing. But when I do notice, like wintertime, my skin is more dry, I do ease up and I do switch skincare, or I might just put on extra moisturizer, extra serum or something like that. But so the tetranoin cream, prescription retin A, there was, well, I was watching something, it was a skincare video or something, and I had put prescription retin A, tetranoin is a natural exfoliant, which it is. It helps increase your cellular turnover. And somebody commented, it's not a natural exfoliant. So I wrote back, asked several licensed dermatologists, and you can Google it, you know, look at reputable websites, you know, WebMD, you know, stuff like that. It is a natural exfoliant. So I was just like, okay, whatever. But anyway, but if possible, whatever your skincare concerns are, if possible, talk to your doctor about it or go to a dermatologist about it. So I do use this. The redness under my nose, if you watch some of my videos, particularly when I don't have foundation on, around my nose was getting red. The first thing, like over a year ago, that she prescribed, and because it's the VA hospital, sometimes you'll see a different dermatologist in that clinic, and she prescribed tacrolimus ointment. And she was like, put it, you know, because it gets red here twice a day. And right here in my laugh lines. It wasn't doing anything. So then this hussy, the same lady, then she prescribed ketoconazole. And I told her this was not working. The tacrolimus ointment was not working. So she said, still keep using this and use this too. And I said, well, if this one isn't working, why still use it and use this one? And she was like, oh, okay, well, you can stop this one if you want. I'm like, well, it's not working, so why should I keep using it, doctor? So I used the ketoconazole, and it cleared up. And when I was talking to my primary care physician, who is amazing, he explained the difference to me and what these are. And I'm talking about this because it is prescription stuff, figuring out what's going on with your skin. The tacrolimus ointment, this is for, okay, let me get it right. Which was for which? This is for bacterial growth. our bodies produce bacteria. Sometimes, depending on what's going on, it may produce more than it usually does, and we may get a rash. And I was breaking out in a rash here and here. My sensitive skin is not just my face, y'all. It's like all over my body. And when he looked at it, he was like, So he looked at it, and then he went online and was looking at pictures, and he was like, yeah, okay, this is this, so try this. So tacrolimus ointment is for bacteria, overgrowth of bacteria. And when I went home, I picked up at the pharmacy at the hospital, and I put some on. And later when I looked, it had started clearing up already. So I'm like, that's how you know when something works. Sometimes it takes a little longer, sometimes it doesn't. So that's what this is for. So if I start to break out in a rash, and I don't know if it was like summertime or just warm, so it was like in the crease of my chubby neck. And this really worked for that. And I'm mentioning that for my face skincare for a reason. The redness under here, he said the reason, excuse me for smacking, that the ketoconazole was working is that this is for when your body is producing, or a certain area of your face is producing too much yeast. And I know this sounds like, I know it does, bacteria, yeast, all that. But, and this was, oh goodness, during COVID, wearing the mask, breathing in the mask, drying out my skin, and then, you know, I'm sweating and my skin is absorbing the sweat. And so this area was red for a long time, like months and months and months. And so he gave me this. He said, it looks like your skin is producing too much yeast because it's in the mask and your skin is not breathing properly. I put this on, it clears it up. The thing is, though, I have to use it every day. Like if I don't, and it depends, because sometimes I do forget, because like right now, I forget sometimes, because I'm like, it looks good, I don't need to put it on. And then like a week later, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's red again. I'm like, shoot, I need to use that stuff. But what happened recently is I was getting red and flaky again. I put this on, it wasn't working. And I'm like, okay, I know it works, so wait a minute. So I took the tacrolimus ointment, put a little bit on, cleared it up. So it's the toss up between, this is what's going on in the creases of my nose and my laugh lines. Is it yeast or bacteria? But I have this for the bacteria, and I have this for overgrowth of yeast. That's the importance of going to a doctor to figure out what's going on with your skin. And if they give you something, that dingbat dermatologist chick, and it don't work, and then she's gonna say you keep using it and use something else, that don't make sense to me. Why keep using it if it's not working? But I do keep it, so I know if I do get, you know, a rash or something like that, I do put this on. Also, speaking of rashes, I am the sweetest troll who ever lived. I am forever getting bit by something, and I'll have like bumps on my arms, like bite bumps, and I don't have bed bugs or anything. I don't have pets, and so there's no fleas or anything here. And it's usually when I go somewhere else, like if I'm down at the play space or I spend the night at somebody's house, you know, I come home and I'm just like, what the hell? And so I did purchase this at the pharmacy, though. I think from Amazon, actually. Hydrocortisone cream. So if I get a bump, I'm just like, you know, putting this on it to clear it up. But anyway, back to this video. So for prescription, the best for me, for my sensitive skin, tetranoin, and anybody can use tetranoin. Talk to your doctor first, and they'll probably start you off with a lower dose, because as I said, mine started out at 0.025. And the dermatologist that prescribed that one, he was using 0.3%. I'm like, damn, dude. But he said he does like 1 day on, 3 days off, 1 day on. So I was like, okay. I'm just like, that's high. That's a lot. But then he said he has really oily skin too. So, and my skin isn't oily. It's not dry. It's just sensitive. It's just regular and sensitive. So get into the fun stuff. What's tried and true for me, best for me? I swear by this. Garnier Skin Active, the Gentle Sulfate-Free Cleanser. Excuse me. Gently foams to remove oil, impurities, and makeup for soft, healthy looking skin, all skin types, even sensitive skin. I've been using this probably about 4 years at this point. Let me see. Let me think. Maybe 6 years. This stuff, when I just have on a base face, meaning no eyeshadow, if I just have on foundations, powders, blush, bronzers, this will remove all of that. And I do go back and wash twice, but this will remove all of that. And so after I remove my makeup, Neutrogena wipe, and I put my micellar water on it, remove my makeup that way. What I've been doing for a while now is using the Murad Essential C Cleanser as my first cleanse after I've removed my makeup, and then immediately afterward, I'll go in with this. If I'm at the sink, I have different cleansers in the shower. But these are tried and true for me. I do highly recommend this right here. You can get it at drugstores. You can get it at Ulta. Garnier Skin Active, the Gentle Sulfate Free Cleanser. This works wonders for me. I love it. So, face is washed, pat it dry. We're going to do our morning routine. Our morning routine, Dr. Dennis Gross Triple Correction Eye Serum. Oh, excuse me. Advanced Retinol and Ferulic, which is ferulic acid, triple correction eye serum. A half a pump. Listen, Anne always says stuff is snazzy, like my pictures. Like she'll look at this and be like, "Oh, that shimmer is snazzy," and it always makes me smile when she says that. And I don't know why, because it's just like I don't know if it's just the word snazzy itself. It just sounds fun. I don't know, but let me back up real quick though. We've washed the face. Once a week, I will use Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta pills. When I mentioned to her I might do skincare, she's like, "Oh, it's going to be snazzy." Dennis and Peter are expensive, like, but my skin loves it. So what am I going to do? And for me, I consider it an investment in myself and into my skin. Once a week, I use the Alpha Beta pills. One, it has the active ingredients. Alpha is alpha hydroxy acid. Beta is beta hydroxy acid. So that's this, and it's pre-moistened. So there's a slit here, which you probably can't see. So you just tear it open the white. It says wait 2 minutes. I can wait 2 minutes now, but sometimes if my skin is going through stuff, it'll start burning like right away. So then I just go ahead and open up number 2, which is the neutralizer. And it's the same thing. You just, tear it open up it's like a wipe. And it's pre-moistened, and then you just go over all the places where you put number 1. So I do this once a week. In the summertime, I do this about twice a week. It says use it every day. My skin does not tolerate it every day. And this is the orange one, because they have different colors. Red is extra strength, and then I forget what the other color is, which is for sensitive skin. But this is the one that's supposed to be universal. Yeah, it does say universal deli pill on it. They say use this every day. My skin will only tolerate it every second or third day. Every day my skin was like, bitch, no. Like, no, we're going to burn the hell off. We're coming off your face. And so in the summer, and I think because I'm sweating more and I'm outside more, so you got the pollutants and the allergens and just environmental stuff going on. But in the wintertime, and then also because my skin is dry in the winter, I do use this like once a week after I wash and pat my face dry. So back to the Advanced Retinol plus Ferulic Triple Correction Eye Serum. The previous packaging, half a pump under eye and your eyelids. And I love having something I can put on my eyelids because sometimes my eyelids are sensitive and this really does like soothe it. This is a new packaging and it's reformulated. This says use once a day. And I'm like, but I like the one I could use twice a day. And I did find it on Amazon. But this, half a pump, he said. And I put it on my ring finger and put it on, and then put it on my lid. And that's it for that. Then I go in with the Olay Regenerist Miracle Boost Concentrate Fragrance Free. This has been discontinued, and I think it's their something serum. It's in like a white round bottle. It looks very luxurious. It looks like it would be more expensive than it is, but I think that's what this one is. But that one I'm skeptical because it has niacinamide and other stuff in it, and some of those are B vitamins, and my skin has an allergic reaction sometimes to products that have B vitamins in it. And also taking a B vitamin supplement, I break out in hives. So that one is a different formulation than this one. But when I found that these were becoming harder and harder to find, I bought a ton. I have a ton. I do go through this, and I have a label on here. I finished the last one in 4 months. Label for me here, right? I finished this in like 4 months. I used to use it twice a day. And then I said, let me see if I can just use it once a day. My skin is just as happy using it once a day. So I use this in the morning and I still go through it in 4 months. Like, y'all. And I have enough for a while, but I don't know what I'm going to do like once this is gone. Like once I totally run out of all of it. And so this goes on in the morning. Wash face, pat dry, alpha beta pill, Dennis's eye serum. And then I use Peter Thomas Roth Potency Power Serum. Clinical skincare. It's expensive. I remember when they were $98. It's now, I think, $105. So when this was in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I bought like 7 of them. No lie. And I have a label on here. I finished this in 4 to 5 months. And it says use twice a day. And I'm like, that's a lot of money every 4 or 5 months. Because 4 to 5 months using it once a day. So it was like 2 to 3 months I was finishing this. And I'm like, that's $105 at the time, 98. And I'm like, So I tried it once a day and my skin is just as happy. And what I like about Peter is it tells you how much is in here. 20% vitamin C, 3% vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, and 2% ferulic acid. So I like how he tells you exactly how much you're getting, because a lot of skincare, oh, we have this, we have that. And it's like, but how much is it effective? I will say this too about this product. When I first used it eons ago, maybe, maybe like 5 years ago. And I was using it and I'm like, I don't know if it's making a difference or not. And I'm like, this is $98. I'm like, So when I ran out, I'm like, okay, I'll just be done. Excuse me. Like 4 days later, I'm like, why is my skin dry? My skin is tight. And I'm like, you know what? It's that fucking serum. It was making a difference. Thankfully, that next week, it was in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And that's when I bought a ton. And then when it's in another sale, I buy a ton. Anytime I see this on sale for like 50% off, I buy a ton. Because I go through it in like 4 or 5 months. And for half off, and this is $105, full price. So yeah, when it's on sale, I buy a bunch. I didn't realize it made a difference until I stopped using it. My skin started changing. And I'm like, what did I do different? Fucking serum. I stopped using that serum. And I'm like, damn, that's $98. That sale, I was like, thank you. Hallelujah. And so anyway, so that goes on after the Olay. Then I backtracked to the eyes again. And we used Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic plus Retinol Eye Cream. And this does say once a day. And usually retinol stuff, they say use it at night. But my skin is okay with using it in the daytime, maybe because I'm a hermit and I don't go out much. At least like 3 different people said I was a hermit. And at that point, I'm like, I had to accept it. Because it wasn't like just one random person. It was like people who were really close to me. And this, I just do just a tiny bit. The PAO one here is a year. And around the 11th month, I'm like scraping with my finger to get it out. Because you just dab just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Because it is cream. It's a cream. And, you know, I do one of these and just put it under my eye. And I let that sit for a little bit. And then I go in with Dr. Dennis Gross. Now, remember what I said about B vitamins. And so this, I don't know where it is on the list. The ingredients are on the box, not on the packaging. But this says B3 adaptive superfoods. B3 is one of the B vitamins. But then they be saying stuff, what's B3 adaptive superfoods? Are you just making this up? You mixed up a concoction and just said it's superfoods in a cream. I don't know. But it's stress repair face cream. And I tried this because it's supposed to repair your face. From the stresses of the day, the pollutants in the air, environmental factors. And I was like, I'll try it. Stress repair face cream. My skin loves it. I only use this in the morning, except in the wintertime, because my skin is more dry. And it pains me to use this now twice a day because it's like $72. I found it on Amazon. Dr. Dennis Gross has a store on Amazon. This was like 40 something bucks. I bought like 4 of them. Yo, when I see stuff on sale, because the skincare my face loves is expensive. This is $72 on his website unless it went up. And to see it on Amazon for 40 something, how many, what's the max I can buy? So yeah, and I do not run out of this. And this does last me, you know, for, I don't even know. Oh my Lord. I opened this in November. The PAO was 12 months. And if you can see, there's nothing down here. This is just the packaging. This is where it's at. And when I first get it, it is all the way up to here. Let me do this. When I get it, it is up to here. Right now it's down to here. And I opened this. What's the actual date? Because I put the specific date. November 17th. And today is January 19th. So in 2 months, I went from here to here. And to get to the bottom, we only have to here. So I'm looking at this thinking I do finish this in less than a year. And I do stretch it. I do stretch it, meaning sometimes at night I don't use it depending on what other skincare I use. And I do have other skincare stuff in here with other actives in it, but we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about when I wake up, what I do. And I didn't want this video to be super long, but we're at 26 minutes, so I guess I could. So let's just recap with the face in the morning. Well, we'll start with removing makeup. Remove the makeup, the Murad Essential C Cleanser, and then the Garnier Skin Active Cleanser, Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Pill, Dennis's Triple Correction Eye Serum, the Olay Regenerist, which is no longer available anywhere, Peter Potency. We put on Dennis's Eye Serum, the Ferolic one. Excuse me, and then we put on Dennis's Stress Repair Face Cream. The reason I can skimp on this is because putting on the serums, my face is already moisturized. And so I don't need a lot of this, even just using just a little bit, maybe like this much. Put it in my hand. It does cover my whole face, and maybe because my face is already slick from the serums. And so I do try to like hold back, like for real. And so that's my daytime routine. My nighttime, still wash with this, unless I'm in the shower. And then I have other face cleansers in the shower. And I put for under eye, the Murad Retinol. And retinol is different than Retin-A, and both of those are different from retinoids. All of them are different, and it has to do with the strength. But if you want Retin-A prescription, that's tetranoin. So this says you can use it twice a day, but I use this just at night because I use Dennis's when I wake up. So this is an eye serum. This I like because you can go on the lids too. So I do the same thing, just pump like half a pump underneath and put on the lids. And then I do, actually first I do tetranoin because this is only at night and it can go up under the eye. And the dermatologist said don't sandwich it, like don't put on a cream or serum, then put that on. Put that on your dry skin after you pat it dry from washing. Then I'll put this under eye. Then I'll take Peter Thomas Roth Retinol, again, which is different than Retin-A and it's different than retinoid. Retinol Fusion PM Night Serum, and it says it has time release micro encapsulated retinol 1.5%, vitamins C and E. So I think I might use maybe like 5 drops because it is a dropper. I'll put 5 drops in my hand. Yo, I was so mad. I knocked this over because once you pump it in your hand, I just put this in because this is on the counter, and then this, and I bumped it. And some of the stuff fell out. And I'm like, this is expensive. I was mad. So, yeah, this is down in here. So this is almost done. But other than me spilling some, I finished this in 8 months. And so I put this on, and then I put this all over. And sometimes, depending on, the rest of this stuff depends on what my skin is doing, what my skin is saying. If I need, or if I feel like I need resurfacing, if I'm breaking out in bumps or If I tried a new product and my skin was like, girl, no, or I went somewhere and, you know, everybody's smoking and stuff and my skin is just congested or whatever, I will use Peter's. It says even smoother in this right here. And again, it says clinical skincare. And do they say that just so it can cost more, so they can charge more, or is it really clinical grade stuff? Glycolic retinol resurfacing serum, 15% glycolic acid complex, 1.5% time release microencapsulated retinol. Visibly helps improve the look and texture, clarity, uneven skin tone. That's what this is. For this, I need about 2 pumps, sometimes 3 to cover my whole face because it's kind of thick. But maybe once a week, maybe every other week, I'll use this. I don't use it that often because my skin, sometimes my skin is just really freaking good. If I'm breaking out, which I have a breakout here, I had something somewhere, and then something up here. If I'm looking at my skin like, okay, I'm having these little bumps popping up, I will use Drunk Elephant Proteiny Power Peptide Resurf Serum. Strengthen plus resurface. 10% lactic acid, and it has 11 signal peptides. This, I'm trying to scan real quick, like how often to use it. I want to say, oh, here it go. I'm trying to see if it says every day. It doesn't say. Shake before use and apply to clean, dry face. This came to me in a subscription box, and I'm thinking my skin is sensitive. I don't know, and so I was encouraged in the comments to try it. And so, how you open it? It says shake it up. So you shake it up first. You turn it, and it pops up, and then you pump it. Turn it, pumps back down. So I did, 2 pumps. I put it on. And it says avoid eye area. My eyes were burning. My eyes were burning. My eyes were burning. I was like, oh, hell. I ain't in hell. I washed my face off. And you know what? Because I had bumps and stuff on my chin. Wearing a mask, right? 20 minutes, I washed this off. My eyes were burning so bad, I had to wash it off. My chin was clear. The bumps was gone. And I'm like, oh, hold up. I'm like, you telling me this resurfaced my skin and took them bumps away in 20 minutes? I said, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to find a way to make it work. And so what I realized was putting it on my hands and doing like this, it was too close to my eyes. And that's why it was burning. So the next time I used it, pumped 2 pumps, and I just went like this up here, went like this again, and I just did down here. And I do, so I stay away from when I was doing this because it was on my hands and it was too close to my eyes. You see what I'm saying? So I do pat, and I might do this pat, and then I just kind of press in, avoiding my eye area. And this works. So whenever I'm noticing I'm getting little bumps or anything, this does what it says. This mofo right here, I think it's like $82. But it works for me. Damn it. So when I see it on sale, somebody told me, they said, oh, I saw it on Amazon for like $40-something. I'm like, the hell you say? I bought like 3 of them. Because it's normally twice that from Ulta or the Drunk Elephant website. Or if Ulta has like point multipliers and I got points or something like that, or their coupon that includes prestige stuff. But I be checking Amazon, y'all, because the stuff be half off. And if it's a reputable seller, meaning if it's like Drunk Elephant website, Dr. Dennis Gross Amazon site, which why are you on Amazon when you have your own website? That to me doesn't make any sense. Like it really doesn't. And it came in a box that said Dr. Dennis Gross, blah, blah, blah. So it came from his factory. But I'm like, excuse me, why are you selling it half off on Amazon? Maybe it's old stock. I don't know. Because I'm just like, why is it half off in your Amazon store and it's still coming from the same factory that your website stuff comes from, but it costs twice as much? Let me know if you have an answer to that question. Because I'm serious. I'm like, but anyway, yeah, I bought like 3 or 4 of them. But this works. I was just like, I said, I'm going to make it work. Because when my chin was clear at the 20 minutes, So I found a way to make it work. And because this worked, this was my introduction to Drunk Elephant, and I'm curious about their other stuff. So then I said, well, let me try the bouncy bright facial thing. Correct and clarify. 10% azelaic acid, 1% salicylic acid, triple antioxidant brightening complex. I use this maybe once every 2 weeks. It does help clear up, my skin if I'm having breakouts or something like that. And I don't have acne prone skin, but it's just sensitive, and so different things will just kind of set me off, and just stuff will be happening to my skin. But I kind of feel like I may be able to do away with this, but when I do use it, my skin does feel better. It feels different. So it is working. And because these are all different actives, we have the glycolic acid in here and retinol. This one is 10% lactic acid. This one is 10% azelaic acid. And I did ask the dermatologist for this. They don't have it in their system. So I was like, damn it. And actually it's 1% salicylic acid. Excuse me, 1% salicylic acid. I don't know why I thought for a second I thought it was 2%. Because I'm looking at it and my eyes are getting crossed. And we know salicylic acid is good for acne, which I don't have that problem anymore because I've learned different ingredients that was causing me to have acne, so I've been staying away from those things. But sometimes I think to just get away from certain things, but then when I use it, I'm reminded of why I keep it. But because these are all different actives, I'm like, I can just do all the things. Do all the things. Do a do a dentist pill at night. And I do notice when I use this, whatever serums or creams I put on afterward, it does soak in better. So this really does exfoliate your face, which is what alpha hydroxy acid and beta acid does. And so, but there was a night I said, let me just do all the things. Which I don't do all the things all the time because all of these things are expensive. So I did the pill because I just wanted to see, if I did all of this, put all these different actives on, what would happen. So I did the alpha beta pill thing. I had the nerve, y'all, to still put on tetranoin. At that time, it was the 0.25%. And then what did I do? Then I put on the retinol because this is a serum. Actually, all of these are. But this is thick, though. This is a thick serum, and this is more like a cream. So then I put on the Proteini. Y'all, I did the thing. And then I think I put on the glycolic acid from Peter. And I put on Bouncy Bright Facial last because this one says day or night last step in your skincare routine. So this goes last, and it is thick. So I did all the things, and my face wasn't burning. It didn't feel like anything. Felt very moisturized. And I said, if I wake up tomorrow and my face is one big hive, I'm gonna be pissed. But I woke up the next day and my skin was glowing. I was like, damn it, I ain't doing all the things all the time. But I think I'm gonna do all the things either tonight or tomorrow. I've been so sleepy lately, y'all. But I think here's a commitment I'm gonna make, because skincare is an investment. Once a week, I'm gonna do all of the things. All the things I just said, all the actives, I'm going to do all of those once a week, all at the same time. My skin was looking beautiful. I'm beautiful anyway, I know that. Thank you for agreeing with me. But my skin, it looked a little more brighter. It felt a little more smoother. So much so, I didn't want to wash my face when I woke up because I didn't want to lose any of what was going on. My skin was just it was soft and supple. That's the word. It was soft, supple. It still felt moisturized. And I'm a back sleeper, side sleeper, this side, that side, on my face. But even with that, saying that, because, you know, my face is all up in the pillow and all of that stuff, my skin was like, I was like, damn it, that works. Fuck. Because all of this is expensive. So, in no particular order, I need to put my caddy somewhere so I can take a picture of all of this stuff, because I'm not going to be able to hold it all up. And I didn't even show you my eye patches, but that is okay. The last thing I do before I go to get into bed is I put on chapstick, either the classic one or the medicated one. And so that's in there too. So, no, let me get that out of my... I got chapsticks all over, but I do keep this one in my caddy, and this is just the original one. So, in no particular order, Murad face cleanser, Garnier Skin Active face cleanser, Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Pill, the universal one, the orange. Oh shoot. Tetranowin prescription retin-A. That's that. Oh shoot. I got a lot of skincare, and I use it. Daytime Dennis's skincare. Before I go to sleep, Murad eye serum. Did I say skincare? Eye serum from Dennis. Murad eye serum. Daytime. Olay no longer available, so just disregard that. Peter Thomas Roth Potency Power Serum. Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion PM. Dennis's Ferolic Plus Retinol Eye Cream for underneath your eye. Drunk Elephant Proteiny Power Peptide. Peter Thomas Roth Glycolic Retinol Resurfacing Serum. Drunk Elephant Bounty Bright Facial. So those are my core things. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13! And that included the chapstick, because Ann did 13. I didn't intend on doing 13, but 13. Hey, Ann. High five, girl. Yeah, so this is exciting, because I really didn't think I was going to do all this. But these are the items that work for me. If you've tried any of these products, leave comments down below. If it worked for you, let us know. And this is to help each other out in the comments, for those of you who read comments, because I read all the comments under my videos. When I'm watching videos, I'm reading comments, because I found where even on your TV, you can scroll through the comments. And so just to help other people out, to help out this crazy troll nation here and those who watch and read comments, if you've tried any of these things, leave a comment for us below if it worked for you, what it did for you, and if it didn't work for you and what it did that it didn't work. Like, did it break you out? Did it irritate your skin? Was it dry? Did it smooth your skin? Did it feel good? Was it moisturizing? Because if we can help each other, which is what this channel is about, help each other understand like what works and why. And again, it is subjective, because all of our skin is different. But just to hear more than just me saying, oh, this is great for me, but maybe somebody else may be thinking, I might want to try that too. And so your comment may be the one to be like, yeah, they said it worked and it did this and it did that, and Dion kind of said the same thing. Or, well, this person said it broke them out, that person said it burned. Nope, I'm not trying it. Because I read comments on websites, Sephora and all of that. And if there's a few people saying it burned their skin, I don't buy it, because I would be one of the ones where it would burn my skin. And so I appreciate when people leave comments, and so, well, reviews. And so consider your comment a review if you have used any of these, whether you have sensitive skin or not. And I will say again, each and every one of these products, they work, and my skin loves it. And it's a shame that they're all expensive stuff. And I have tried other stuff, less expensive stuff, and my skin is spoiled. It's like, no. And I don't know if it's the ingredients. I don't know if it's the formulation. And for Peter, it is clinical skincare. So, and it does have those percentages to back it up. And so I think that's what it is with some of these products, is you know what you're getting. And even with Drunk Elephant, it tells you the percentage is 10% lactic acid. And you can look up lactic acid, you know, the benefits, and it'll tell you, like on the website. So you don't just have to go by what the brand says. Glycolic acid, you know, you can look up why that's good for you. Azelaic acid, why that's good for your skin. So this stuff, it works. And of course, the cheapest and my favorite, and I just dropped it on the floor, so I'll pick up the one here at my station, which is, well, I have a bunch. But the medicated one. But yeah, I don't, shoot, if, well, it fell down here, but so yeah, but chapstick, definitely chapstick. Throughout the day, before you go to sleep, the last thing you put on before you lay down. So yeah, we're going to end this video. Thank you so much, Anne, for tagging me to do this, and I'm glad I was able to think of what to talk about, because I know I talk about makeup all the time, and people that watch my channel, they already know how I feel about my makeup. So I was just kind of like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, oh, I haven't done skincare this year. So thank you so much for that, and I will think of some people to tag that I think would do this video. One person I'm thinking of, they're hella busy and they upload probably more than I do, so I don't even know if they'll get around to doing it. But I'm going to think of some people because I think it's helpful just across this YouTube universe space thing for us to just hear differences of opinion and to hear what works for different people and why, and also in the comments if other people are chiming in about why it worked for them or why it didn't. I think it's very helpful, and it will help us to think, you know what, maybe I will give that a try. I will say this though, if you're considering trying something, buy from somewhere where they have a return policy, especially if you're going to venture into and Peter and Dennis. Peter is sold at Ulta. I don't think Dennis is sold at Ulta. Drunk Elephant is sold at Ulta and at Sephora, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they were. I don't know if they still are. But if you want to try any of these things, if it's in the 21 Days of Beauty or Beauty Still Deal of the Day or something like that, you have points, you have rewards, go ahead and try it. And if it doesn't work, return it. That's what I'm going to say, because some of this stuff is too expensive to not return. And this actually I was encouraged to try because I had tried the Murad thing, so it got me curious about other Murad. I think I got it from Ipsy way back for a few bucks, and I found this and the one that's in green at TJ Maxx or Marshalls for like $7. I'm like, I'll buy another one. And so from your rad, you may find it. Oh shoot, there's something else that I found for $25 at where's it at? It's in my bathroom, of course. For $25. It retails for like almost $90. I'm like, oh shit, I'm buying it here at Marshalls. But yeah, so if you're wanting to try Murad, but then you can't return it though. But the price is really cheap, or maybe somebody in your household or a friend of yours, cousin, relative, somebody would be willing to try it. But definitely, if you're looking at Drunk Elephant or Peter, buy it from Ulta, and if it don't work, return it, because it costs too much to be wasting your money on that. But that'll be it for this video. Again, thank you, Anne. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to sound off down below what works for you and why, if you've tried any of these products. And that will really be it, y'all. I'm tired. Thank you so much. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. Excuse me, internal belch there. And you will see me soon.